Letter 13. Don't die. I'm not afraid to talk about death, but just don't die as a protest. That kind of loneliness and pain hurt me so much I don't want to live. How can one endure it, indeed, this thing called life? Even though I am still alive, just thinking about your pain feels unbearable to me. Even more so when I think about you, as you fade away night after night, the screaming and resentment in your body. I cannot face this kind of pain under any circumstance. Not because I fear pain myself, nor for lack of understanding, but because I want to dissuade you from dying. It's because I understand your very being. And if you really were to kill that being, the significance of this extinction would make me feel like life was utterly hopeless and unjust. If you don't even want to be alive, how can I reason with you? A letter from Tokyo, 1995. It was 12:30 in the morning, May 29th, 1995, my 26th birthday. Ma and Ba just called to wish me happy birthday. I couldn't stop grieving. They had given me everything. They had loved me unconditionally, and when I really do kill myself, how much will it hurt them? Yes. Yang understood my life and asked, "You're really going to kill it?" Yang, oh Yang, you know me like you know yourself, so you know that the time of my death is near. But I still have so many creative ideas burning inside me. You know me like you know yourself. What I mean is that you've already given me enough in my short life. You're the only one in my life who has ever really known who I am. Your love for me is art, and I offer you my deepest gratitude. Young, is my death worth it? Worth your collapse, worth the collapse of my parents, worth the collapse of everyone who loves me, worth being pitied by all those who know my temperament and talent? Is it worth it? Young, so many tears. May 28th. Shu. This morning I received the gift you sent me, a set of magazines about classical music. I was very happy. I've started to stand on my own steady feet. I don't need help. I've begun the most important part of my life. I must prepare to be objective about my own situation, it's true. I've been hoarding letters for you, hoarding birthday presents for you. The reason I can't send you the letters I've written you is also for objective reasons. You aren't really the true object of my love, not the person with whom I'm connected at the very center of my being. I long to share these words with you, to write the most intimate things to you, for my being is compelled to, given our deep connection. What I've wanted most in this life is this level of intimacy, to be able to form the deepest creative connection with another human being, and I've attained it. I've achieved inner happiness. But if I were to actually send you these letters of my pure openness, of my truest values, I would just be hurt all over again. I miss you. Even these 3 words are not easy to say. I no longer know how to describe missing you. I can't just secretly ask with a quiet voice in my heart if I'm really not good enough for you. Wouldn't your life be a little empty without me to talk to? I can't understand why you would toss away the treasure that is my presence in your life. Shoot, life's logic defies me. Femme, je suis retournée. Alexandre le Grand. Oh, beautiful, beautiful Alexandre. Oh, beautiful love that transcends life and death. Oh, beauty, so much beauty it brings tears to my eyes. Alexandre is me, don't you think? My archetype, the mark inscribed on my embryonic self. How I love a woman, my life saturated with her love, my soul consecrated before love, my sacrifice for a lover. But it is the greatest dream of my life, to find someone to be true to her. Alexandre is me, And I am Alexander, immortal beloved, Beethoven. There is no love but true love. The love in my past does not count as love. From now on, it is true love. Happiness is an act of continuous and long-term fulfillment, a stability and tranquility. You wrote this to me once, and I learned what kind of happiness you were seeking in life. Can we really attain it now? Perhaps my passionate nature is such that my inner self cannot sustain it, but I think we can treat each other well. I hope to treat you the way you want, to love you as you are. Shu, you don't know how I love you. I'll be here till the end loving you this way. You don't know how I love you, or maybe you just don't want to know. You dismiss the value of my love, plaguing me with ulcers. But I'll use my life to prove my beauty and my love. I'll use an immortal self to make my love shine forth with its lustrous glow, and I'll persuade you that all of this is the ultimate meaning of life. But I'll stop talking about it now and keep my silence. Heaven will make people understand, as you will too. Lost, besides completely losing you, I will never fully love as I have dreamed, nor will I ever let you love me again. My God, could you be any more thorough, and move one step further, 2 steps, 3 steps until you're gone, stripped from my life? I know now no enormous suffering of losing you. I will keep loving you. Shu, love is not only emotions, moods, passions. Love is a kind of will. I must learn how to be quiet with you, learn how to not harm you, and then love will be revealed like a boulder beneath a receding wave. Tranquil love is not love. The tranquility of a bear at rest is not true tranquility. Everything is the bear in motion, dialectical, and everything has consequences, indeed. May 29th. Today is my birthday. Ah Ying put a cute coffee-colored bear on my bed. On the bear's belly is a sign that says Happy Birthday. I'm touched that someone like Ah Ying risks the consequences of this world. Most I've encountered her too selfish and miserly to love either people or the world. Living here with Ah Ying, I often admire her. She's an independent, mature, courageous, pure, deeply feeling person who knows what it means to give freely. I need such a person with me. Gaiety is better than amusement, and joy is better than gaiety. Scott. If I have not killed myself, it's because art and virtue have stopped me. Beethoven. Angelopoulos didn't win the Palme d'Or at Cannes, and I wept for him. But fame and glory are not an artist's nectar. They are a poison-tipped sword. Cast off the world of dust and keep working, Angelopoulos. On Saturday, the 27th, I attended a lecture on the sculpture of Paul Landowski. I admire the vitality of his work, and though he is one of the most revered sculptors since Rodin, I wouldn't agree exactly. The only pieces that moved me were Les Fantômes, La France, Le Retour Éternel, Les Sources de la Seine, Le Monument des Navires, and a rose-colored sculpture of a woman looking upward in prayer. That was part of the Temple de l'Homme. I find that an artist's work only really moves me if the artist has suffered through profound tragedy and death. Only then can greatness be achieved. Landowski's sculpture, La Porte de l'École, is layered with meaning. Better still are Les Fantômes and La France, both of which he carved in fulfillment of a promise to make fallen soldiers rise again after the Second World War. In the wilderness of an old battlefield, the figures of 8 soldiers stand tall with their heads held high, looking at the sky, and low on the slope of a distant mountain is a woman holding a shield representing the spirit of France, her skirt rippling in the wind. these could be the most heroic works of Landowski's career. Last night, the film Underground by Emir Kusturica, who also made Time of the Gypsies, won the Palme d'Or, beating Angelopoulos' Ulysses Gaze. I think the reason was political. The ongoing Bosnian War and the siege of Sarajevo are surely the legacy of long-lasting European conflicts. And the jury must have been thinking about Yugoslavia in awarding Kusturica the prize. If Underground is as realized as Time of the Gypsies, then I have no issue with this. I see more of his films already. He's on his 8th and so young. If there are 4 among them that are good as Time of the Gypsies, then he will be the next director I hold dear in my heart, 3rd after Tarkovsky and Angelopoulos. In my 3rd year in France, I've realized that in the cinematic arts, there are only a few directors who thrill me. Their spirit doesn't lie in France, but rather in the northernmost and southernmost parts of Europe. To the north are the Russians, Andrei Tarkovsky and Nikita Mikhalkov, and to the south is the Greek Theo Angelopoulos and the Serbian Emir Kusturica. The living French directors Godard, Robinaire, Louis Malle, Rivette, and Chabrol are middling spirits, and the next generation of post-Baroque directors like Benet, Besson, and Carax are all still so young in their art that you can see their stylistic limitations. Who knows if they'll improve with age? In every young artist, you can perceive a spiritual disposition of how they will develop. For me, the distinguishing features of the spiritual topographic map of European cinema have been formed by my experiences of the past 3 years. Oh, shoo, I beg you not to cast me aside because I'm far away. Oh, don't casually cast me aside here in Paris. I'm in Paris so that I can mature into a working artist. So that I can mature into a beautiful spirit worthy of your lifelong love. So please don't cast me aside for my choice. It's not that I've left you behind. I can pack my luggage and return to you in an instant. Whatever can be achieved in this world through art means nothing to me. Loving you is more important than my artistic destiny. But you've exiled me from our country and refuse me and never call me home, saying you've never felt that you needed me. Without your summoning, I have no choice but to heed the call of my artistic destiny and move on in exile. Your casting me away is purely casting me away and nothing else. And if there's only one little thread holding me to this distance, then you've misunderstood me and have made a great mistake, a very concrete mistake. Work, for only in working can everything be forgotten, my teacher once said. Beethoven, Landowski, Angelopoulos, and other artists are teaching me this. And in this life, what I really want to become is an artist like Angelopoulos, to become a shaman.